Good evening, my fellow traders. Welcome back to the Trade Academy. Today, I'll be discussing the best way to view the market, and I'll be using Gbpusd as an example. Now, before we can do that, we need to watch out for these few points. First, we have to determine trend direction. Then the second thing on our list here is to determine the direction of our break of structure. The direction for break of structure. Then we also have to determine or check for liquidity and inducement. Then the fourth thing on our agenda is to find a huge candle displacement for those using ICT. Then we also have to trade in line with our imbalance or order block. So these are the few things we need to watch out for. Now we are going to be explaining trend direction for trade view for Gbpusd with different strategy. So you have the freedom to choose from any. We are going to be focusing on smart money concept, BTMM, trend line, also for trend line traders, and also indicators traders. To determine the trend direction, that will be the first thing that we are going to look out for. And how do we do that? We have to zoom in our chart. So look at the direction of the candles. Now, when you look at this chart, we see that we have candles direction upward, and we also have candle direction downward. But our main focus is to determine the recent trend direction. And the recent trend direction is downward. So that means the market is in a downtrend. Now, the second step to look out for is where are we having break of structure to. That means we will be having break of structure, break of market structure to the downside. How can we determine that? Market structure was broken here. We can see another market structure broken, this low broken here. And we can also see the last one. Market structure was broken. This low was broken by this huge candle. Now, once we have concluded the direction where our market structure is, so the next thing to look out for is liquidity or inducement. So now, looking at this, we can see that this market broke structure from here using SMC strategy, smart money concept strategy. You can see this market broke structure from here. The last reversal candle that led to the break of structure, it is this area. So that means when market comes to retest that area, we look to pick our sell trade from this order block. Using ICT method, it tells us that we look to pick trade from the imbalance, wherever we have our imbalance. So imbalance from here, that is where we look to pick trade and we stand to make profit. So we keep looking at different break of structure. When we look here, we see that the market broke this low, and the last momentum candle that was responsible for the break of this structure, where is the last momentum candle? This is the last momentum candle, this candle. So with smart money concept, we have to wait for market to come to our order block, and we do what? We sell. But if you have waited using smart money concept, you stand to lose opportunities in this trade. But with ICT tells us that wherever we have a long candle, a huge displacement candle, which is always our fourth step in our rules. So whenever we have a huge displacement candle, just like when you throw a heavy stone inside the water, the splashes, the effect of the splashes. So ICT tells us that we need a huge displacement candle, which is this. So that huge displacement candle, we have to now look for imbalance. We have to look for imbalance. So towards that imbalance, that is where we look to place trade. So with ICT, you would have picked this trade and you stand to make profit. But with smart money concept, we'll be waiting for the order block market to come to that area, and we'll miss that opportunity. So now, where do we have the next break of structure? You can see we have the next break of structure here using smart money concept. We have the next break of structure here, breaking this low. Now, where is the last momentum candle that was responsible for breaking this low? This is the last reversal candle that was responsible for breaking this low. This is the last reversal candle. So smart money concept tells us that we have to mark our order block, because it's at our order block that market looks to find liquidity and reverse. So from here we stand to sell in this market. But with ICT tells us that we trade from where we had a long displacement candle. We trade from the imbalance. The imbalance, you can see the imbalance here. We look to pick our trade here and we stand to make profit. But smart money concept tells us that we seek for liquidity at that area, which is our trap zone. Then when market comes to test our order block, we pick our sell trade. For those who use trend line strategy, we can see that this trend line channel is facing down. That means we are in a downtrend. So if we are looking to pick trades, we look to sell. We are looking to sell. So once price comes to our trend line and shows a form of rejection with a nice price action candle, we do what? We sell. Once price comes to our upper trend line and shows a form of rejection, we do what? We sell. That is how trend line works. So even trend line confirms to us that this market is going to fall. BTMM, we have this belief that our 50 moving average and our 200 moving average, wherever it crosses each other, BTMM traders believes safety trade will occur very soon. So, and when you check the direction of this crossing, it's facing downward. That means we expect this market, this GBPUSD, to do what? To sell. So even BTMM tells us GBPUSD is going to sell. Now let me also prove also the crossing. We can see on Euro USD, you can see where we had the crossing of our 250 moving average. What do you see? We see this great fall. And also on USD CHF, see where we had the crossing. This is what BTMM tells us, that safety trade will occur, and you can see how the market bought. So our newly formed trend direction for GBPUSD strategy is pointing to us that GBPUSD is going to sell, and it's going to sell very well. But that doesn't mean GBPUSD will not experience pullback. It will definitely experience pullback upward, but the final destination for this week is for GBPUSD to do what? To sell. Final destination is for it to sell for this week.